But yeah, you don't know how they're going to pay you. Now, if you already work with them, then you know next time you're going to have to look. Is it coming in the mail? Once again. Is it coming in the email? Once again. E-check, paperback check. Are they going to do direct deposit? Are they going to send you some PayPal? Okay. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about signing services and some of the things that I've grown to dislike about them. And you know that if you have any that you want to add to my little list, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. So without further ado, let me put my glasses on because y'all know I can't see. Now, of course, we already know what the first one is going to be, right? Sending those orders at the last minute. I don't know what is up with that. They will send orders at the last minute. That means sometimes on the same day of course, to me, I already told you before in a previous video, I consider the same day last minute. But to some people, it's okay. Now, if I did not have a job, I wouldn't have a problem with the fact of that they sending me an order at 12 noon and say it's ready for 4 o'clock in the evening. And of course, if I'm not doing that, yeah, I'm going to take the order. But since I work, I cannot do that. That's not their fault. That's on me. But this is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is those last minute orders that may even be up to an hour or a few minutes. So let me tell you a quick story. I normally walk pretty much everywhere unless I have to drive because everything is in walking distance from where I live. So I decided I was going to go take me a little trot over to Trader Joe's because Trader Joe's, of course, is my place. And on my way out, I get this little buzz on my phone where it actually came in on my watch. And I looked down and it said signing order. So I clicked it, go in my phone and look and see what's going on. And it said signing order in my area for 3 o'clock p.m. Guess what time it was? 2:40. Where did you do that at? Okay, so I'm just assuming that they probably gave it to someone else and that person decided they weren't going to be able to do it. So now they had to, throw it back out there to the masses. I don't know what happened, but I put that phone in my bag, down in the Trader Joe's bag between the grapes and the apples. Okay, sometimes you may have to wait on the docks. They will assign you an order, right? And then after the order has been assigned to you, and this is from my own experience, the title company, most of the time they'll call you. Okay, so now when they call you, they always say the same thing. We're getting ready to send the docs over. It'll only be a few minutes. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm expecting the docs in a few minutes. I may have the signing may be 3 hours from now. The papers don't even come. The papers show up what? 30 minutes before. And that's because I got to take it upon myself to either call them, shoot emails. Like, what happened to the docs? Y'all didn't forget about the docs, did you? I'm trying to be as calm and cool and collected as I can be to get these damn docs. And then when they send them over, you know what? I'm going to say that one for the next one. You are not given time to prep your papers as part of number 2 because they don't send the papers on time. Well, to them, it's on time. To them, it's like, you know what? They get them when they get them. They've accepted the order. So as soon as the docs are ready, they'll get them when they get them. What? She said she didn't get the docs? Okay, well, they coming. She don't have a signing appointment until 5 o'clock. It's 4:30. She lives 10 minutes away from the signer. What is the problem? We'll get them to her in a few minutes. See, they think they know everything because they already done mapped you out. Oh, man, we ain't gonna even talk about that. Let's move on. Next, they never tell you how many sheets until after you say you're available for the actual work. That's right. That's right. Before you say you're available, you will not know how many sheets. Yeah, you're gonna know if it's how many signers they have. You're gonna know if it's scan backs are required. You're gonna know how much they're actually going to pay you. You're going to know all of those things. They're going to make sure that they make sure you know all of those little good things, except one of the most important things of all, how many sheets you about to have to print up out of that printer. They're not going to tell you that. I mean, think about it. Imagine being caught off guard with a 300-page printout. And here in California, they require that you give a copy to the borrower. So they're going to need 300 sheets too. You didn't know you had 300 sheets. You didn't know you was going to have to even deal with that. Oh, y'all better make sure y'all have plenty of paper in your house. And we're talking regular sheets and legal form sheets. Make sure you have plenty of them in your house if you're dealing with signing services. Because at that last minute, they're going to give you some work and you're going to say, yeah, I accept it. And then they're going to send you over the docs. You're going to have a 400-page document of each one. And then imagine doing 2 sets of them because you got to get 1 set to the borrower. And that brings me to the next issue. You may be prone to run out of ink. Oh my God, story time. So I decided that I would take an order. So then when they sent the docs over, well, before they sent the docs over, I talked to someone from the actual company and they told me that it was a couple of 100 sheets of paper. So I was like, okay. But at the same time, I'm thinking, geez, I don't want to print that much out. But the last thing I was thinking about was that I run out of ink. Okay. So remember now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you know I said that I have it set through the company to where if it looks like I'm going to run out of ink, they'll automatically ship me a cartridge of ink. They had already scoped that my ink was running low. So they had already put it in the mail, snail mail, of course, to get here. It's not the company's fault that I now have to print out 200, 400 sheets of paper. It's not their fault. I ran out of ink during printing the borrower's copies. I didn't even know that was about to happen. You should have seen me. I was like, oh my. See, you know what? Spell stress. Can you spell stress in all capital letters? I don't like being stressed. So don't let that ever happen to you. Do not run out of ink. Make sure you have plenty. Now I have 2 extra containers of ink in there, 2 cartridges in a box in there, along with a new one inside of the printer. You know, look, this can get very expensive for them not to give you enough workload. You don't know how you're going to get paid from them unless you've already worked for them before. So you have no idea. You don't know if it's going to be an e-check. It's going to come in the email. You don't know if it's going to be a paper check. It's going to come in the mailbox. You have no idea. I ran across one that paid through PayPal. Okay. I even have a Gigster card, Gigster, Gigster card, where I upload checks when they come in the mail. And Gigster take 6 days look like. They take forever to verify a check. But at least it does go in there. But if I didn't have them, I would be running around to all these little so-called places trying to cash check. Why? Because I bank at a credit union and my credit union is not here. It's in Texas. Okay? And no, I didn't change because I like my bank. But yeah, you don't know how you're going to get paid. You don't know how you're going to end up having to chase a check. Once I got paid and I didn't know that, to their defense and to my liking at the start of it, is that they actually was going to pay like immediately. So I have wrong with that. I'm like, okay. So as soon as I get through with the work and they verified that the work was done and they knew they got the FedEx, then they will write you a check. So they asked for an invoice. Oh, that's another pet peeve right there. I actually don't worry about it anymore as far as the invoicing because I have a website now that I use. But yeah, you don't know how they're going to pay you. Now, if you already work with them, then you know next time you're going to have to look. Is it coming in the mail? Once again. Is it coming in the email? Once again. E-check, paperback check. Are they going to do direct deposit? Are they going to send you some PayPal? Okay. I don't know if people are actually doing scan backs in their car for mobile notary. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're actually scanning the papers in their car when they get there. That has to be a hot ass mess. If they are, especially if there's a lot of papers, because those little scanners don't move fast. Okay, so let me tell you something. I have the Brother printer, right? And then, of course, I have an Epson all-in-one workforce printer. So it does everything. So the Brother does not do scan backs, of course, but the Epson does. So whenever I get something that requires a scan back, my printer, it does scans, but it doesn't move as fast as an industrial printer. Like, your printer at home is not going to move as fast as an industrial printer does. Unless you have an industrial printer at home. You know, if you do, kudos to you if you got one. But I don't. And I'm not making any plans to. And you want to know why? Because I like to invest my money back into the business that I'm doing at the moment. You pay me, you're paying me decently. And if it's something that I need to get, I'll take that money once I get paid from you and buy all of the devices and equipment that I need out of the money that you pay me. Now, what I did do was upfront, which was good enough, and that was to what? Pay for the classes. I did do the NNA, but I did that later on down the line. There are a lot of people who are actually paying all of these hundreds of dollars for this class. Now imagine if I would have spent that much money. Let me tell you something about Deitra. She'll be hotter than fish grease. Do y'all know how hot fish grease gets? Huh? Have y'all ever been to a fish fry and they had fish in that deep fish thing? The big thing that sits on the ground. The same thing that they be putting the turkeys in, but it's got the little tray. Fish grease. I would have been hot as hell if I'd have spent that much money. And then I'm not half getting any work. But anyway, let's go back to these scanners, okay? So now, they are requiring you to do scan backs. My scanner does not scan fast, okay? It moves swiftly. It makes a little noise. So imagine if you get your papers at the last minute, which is what they are known for. They are notorious for sending you paperwork at the last minute and then say they need scan backs. Luckily for me, the FedEx is right up the way from my house. That's no problem. But to go all the way home and scan papers and wait, And then I even had one that said, do not send the papers, drop the papers off until they have received the scan backs and have verified that the scan backs are okay. And if you do it before then they were going to take $25 off of the actual order. Well, the order was $75. No way. What the hell are they doing all that at? See, let's move on. And now I guess this would be on the general notary side of things. But I had no idea that they would tell the notary to provide a witness. Because I did get one that said to provide a witness. And you need to know I didn't click available. No, I did not. Because I don't have no witnesses. I didn't know they do that. If anybody's experienced that, put it down in the comments. I had no idea because it said notaries will provide the witness. Okay? And sometimes they ask the notaries to provide copies of these people's IDs. So I've never had one of those. So how do you do that? Are you scanning the copy in their home? Are you scanning it with your little scanner? Or are these people actually allowing you to take their ID and they have no idea, they don't know you from Sally, Jack, or Sam, and they're allowing you to take a photo of their ID? If you've had this, please put it down in the comments because I really need to talk to someone who have experienced this. Just tell me how you did it and how it worked. Because you know what? I normally have a slick, sly ass way of getting around stuff. I always got a comeback for everything somebody say. I had to be a comeback kid this morning when I went and did some inspection work for this little old nice lady. She was nice and sweet, but she was saying some sly under the breath stuff, you know. I had to come back real sweet and sly. Shit. If you're taking IDs and you're taking photos of them with your phone, please let me know if these people are allowing you to do that. And if you do, what are their responses? I'm very curious. I really don't ever think I get used to the way they lounge out work to us. You know, They send you work, and maybe the best man win. Whoever gets to work first can have it. Even though, I did see where it said, as I put in a video before, that it's actually the actual escrow companies or the title companies that are picking the people that they want. But you just never know. All I know is that you get an order come through, and you be like, oh. Yes, I'm available. Then you sitting there looking at it. Never nothing come through. Somebody else done. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I am never going to get used to that. I'm never going to get used to that. But all I wanted to say, I just wanted to tell you that if you are working for a signing service, okay, and if you're having a good experience, then you know what? I am so happy for you. If you are working through services and you're tired of it, if you have time, see, right now I don't have time. When I have time to actually bust a move and get out of here and go to running up in these escrow services and introducing myself to these people and telling them, hey, who I am, and throwing my business card around and putting on that smile. See, when I get ready to do that, I'm going to do it. But for now, I don't have time for that. But if you have time, I would strongly suggest that you do try to sign up and go direct. Okay? I don't know. I'm wishing the best of luck to everyone who is trying. I really am. I have no idea how good it's going to go. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. But all I know is that if you have an opportunity to go direct because from what I can tell, if you go direct, then you'll get way more work because you actually are, the preferred don't even get work over you. You know what I'm saying? Because you direct. They're going to give you pretty much everything they have if you are available. And that's how you're going to make that money and clock some serious dollars each and every month based off where you live now. Okay? I'm pretty sure a lot of aspects paid into what I just said. But I'm pretty sure that would help you to actually get to having more and more workload and not have to worry about someone else being in front of you and snatching work. They're throwing us crumbs like we pigeons in the park. Oh, shit. Oh, that's mine. You know what? We ain't got to deal with that. Look, if you go direct, you don't have to deal with that. Okay? You guys know what to do. Hit that like button, huh? You guys better subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. If you've subscribed, you already know. You know I got your back. You know I'm here for you. Whenever you need me, all you got to do is call. What? Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call you, girl. Turn on that notification. Huh? You don't want to miss what I got coming next. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel.